This is reading lesson number 70. This video is for you if you struggle with reading. I'm April McMurtry, a professional reading specialist, dyslexia specialist, and the developer of the Learn Reading program, and I'm going to teach you to read through 100 videos. It's important that you start with lesson 1. I have that video linked for you in the description below. The first 10 lessons are taken from my Begin Reading packet, and that is linked next to the number 1 in the description. Lessons 11 through 90 are taken from my Learn Reading lessons, and those worksheets are linked next to the number 2. Lessons 91 through 100 will be taken from my Adult Reading class, and those lessons are linked next to the number 3 in the description. If you would like to join me at any time in my live Adult Reading class, I would love to have you. And if you're interested in an online tutor, I can recommend several, and those are in the description as well. Okay, let's get started. Okay, here's where we left off in lesson 69. We were working on that IR grapheme, which says So these last 4 words were your extra practice, your homework. So this word is skirt, cowgirl, girlish, and circle. That brings us to today's lesson, which is lesson 70. Your sight word is sure, as in I am sure you are doing fantastic. Here are your sight words to practice reading. Now your new grapheme for today is Y. Y, we've talked about Y before, but Y makes several different sounds. Y is a consonant only when it's the first letter. If it's anywhere else in the word, it's a vowel. So Y will make a long E sound, or a long I sound, or a short I sound, depending on where it is in the word. In this lesson, Y is going to be in the middle, and when it is in the middle, it is acting as an I would. And I in the middle syllable typically says I, but we'll get there. So I want you to say I when you come to the Y on this page. That is the sound that it will be making in this lesson. So when you come to the Y, say I. And then when you come to your phonemic awareness page, go ahead and break apart every sound that you hear in the word, as in Jim, J, I, and then identify the dot that makes the I sound. So it would be the middle one in Jim. Do all of these. And then on the new words page, we'll do these first 4 together. So Y in the middle will typically make the short I sound and say I. Y in the middle is called a medial Y. So the sounds are I, pushing those sounds together, it's myth, myth. Now that Y in the middle will be a myth no longer to you. You will understand that Y in the middle usually says I. So let's go. I'll be quiet while you work on this one. So this is a wonderful example on how these 2 Y's in the same word can say 2 different things. Y in the middle will usually say I. Y at the end of a longer word will usually say E. That's why this says I and this says E. And we also know that ER says So the sounds in this word are I, S, T, E. Mystery, mystery. Beautiful. I'll be quiet while you work on this one. So there's a lot going on in this word. We know this I is going to say its long sound I because there is another vowel 1 or 2 doors down. Remember, Y is a vowel if it's not the first letter. This C is going to make it soft sound S because the next letter is an E I, or Y. Remember, there's always a because. You don't have to wonder or guess. This Y is in the middle, so it's going to make its short I sound. This C is going to make its normal hard sound K because there is not an E, I, or Y after it. And E's at the end usually make nothing. Usually they are silent if it's at the end of a longer word. So the sounds are B, I, S, I, K, O. Pushing those sounds together. Bicycle, bicycle. All right, fantastic. I'll be quiet while you do this one. All right, so same thing. This I is going to make its long sound because there is a vowel 1 or 2 doors down right there. This C is going to make it soft sound because there is an E, I, or Y after it. The soft sound for C is S. This Y is going to make the short I sound because it's in the middle. This C is going to make its hard sound because the next letter is not an E, I, or Y. And E's at the end of longer words are usually silent. So the sounds are T, R, I, S, I, K, O. Tricycle, tricycle. All right, fantastic. So these last 4 words are going to be for your extra practice, your homework. They look hard, but you can do it. You have all the tools. Remember, you don't have to guess what anything is going to say. You know what each letter is going to say because of the letters that are around it and where it is in the word. I'll come back next time and tell you what those 4 words were. Here are your vocabulary words to practice or to figure out the meaning of. They're getting fun, aren't they? Here are your word cards to cut out and practice reading fluency with. Here are some sentences for you to read the words in context. And here's a story, the best Christmas ever. All right, we only have 29 lessons left, but I'm confident that you have come so far and are going to continue to progress. You're doing amazing. I'll see you in the next video.